What is up, everyone? DSP here, and I'm about to set up my Christmas tree. This is the second year where I've done this in the condo, and I have no recollection of how difficult it was last year, to be completely honest. Long time ago, a year ago, things were a lot different, so what I'm going to do is unpack this up. I guess this is the base for the tree, which loosens somehow? Oh, you need to loosen these, that's right. I do not have a real tree. As you know, if you watched my videos last year, I have a fake tree that actually has the lights already on it, which, let me tell you something, is a giant asset, because the lights can be the most annoying part of a Christmas tree, trying to get it to work. Alright, let's see, here's the garland, at least some of it. I don't know if this is all of it or some of it. Shit. Here's some more garland. I'm assuming I used all this. Alright, now I'm trying to remember what I used last year. I definitely used the star. I probably used almost all of these ornaments. Here's some hooks. Good, I need extra hooks because I bought new ornaments this year. I've used all these balls. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is pretty much I'm going to put the tree up and then I'm just going to, put the ornaments all over it. I'm going to try to do a couple cool things this year, but we'll see if it works or not. Let me show you the new ornaments that I bought for this year. They're pretty cool. I couldn't find just one that I liked. They only sold these in a multi-pack, but check that out. It's a clear snowman head, each with different colored earmuffs, and because it's clear, transparent, inside there's little styrofoam balls that move around. I think they're pretty cool. So, 4 new ornaments for the tree this year, and like I said, I'm going to try to do some cool things. So I guess what I'll do is, first I got to open this box and try to sort this shit out. And the problem is this year I have much less space. As you see, I have the ottoman against the wall there where I store all my joysticks now, and therefore I have like less room than last year, and I thought I needed more room last year. So actually I'll turn on my lamp here to give me some more light in this area. Alright, so let's see. Where's my knife? This tree is such a tight fit to get it in the box. I had to like tape it 100 times to get it to stay closed. I know the thing's gonna burst open on me. Come on. What the fuck? There we go. There we go. Here's my old tree. Doing this a week late. Traditionally I do this the Friday after Thanksgiving, Black Friday per se, but this year I got busy with other stuff. As you know, last week was a pretty busy week for me, especially being in anticipation of wondering if I was going to be able to make videos on YouTube as a full-time job. This kind of skipped my mind. So there's the top of the tree. This must be the middle of the tree. And that's got to be the bottom, right? Or is this the bottom? This has to be the bottom. It's the biggest part. This must be the bottom. No, wait a minute. This has got to be the bottom, right? Because it's got the longest part. Shit. Only it said what it was. Alright, well, if I were to put this in here, that's definitely the bottom, alright, which makes this the middle. Son of a bitch, I knew I was going to run out of room immediately. So there it is. I got to untangle it, because this power cord's wrapped all around it. Like I said, this is the tree type that has the lights built in ahead of time. There we go. I'll tighten the bottom. think I have a tree skirt around here somewhere. I thought I did. I don't see it now, so maybe I don't. Oh well, I'll just have to vacuum under the tree later. Okay, so the first step, once you've got the base of your tree in the holder, is you have to, number one, try to untangle the power cords. If it's one of the tree types like this one that has the lights built in, and then once you've established where the power cords are, you've gotten them sufficiently untangled, which I have not. There we go. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go. Then you have to start spreading out your branches. Get this sucker out of the way. Like so. Okay. So that's what plugs in. Right? That's the daisy chain. Okay. That's the daisy chain. That plugs into the wall. But that's why it's so short. And the cool thing about most of these trees, they give you extra power outlets on the, see that? There's a socket behind it. So that they know if you have other stuff, like if you have ornaments that need power or anything like that, so if your star, you want to plug it directly into your tree, rather than running a long wire, you can do that. So there it is, spread out. Now, basically, I need to put the middle in, and then connect the power cord from the middle to the socket here. There we go. Where's the power cord from the middle? Here it is. Where's the plug? That could be an interesting question. Where the hell is it? See this running into here? There's no plug. That's a light, which means that can't be it. See this coming around here? Might be stuck up here. There it is. Alright. And so, this has to plug into here. Voila. So now we have 2 out of the 3 plugged together. And now you just spread out these branches as well. Be careful of the wires. You don't want to yank, because if you yank on it, you might inadvertently damage a wire. Okay, so the basic tree, the base of it is done, the middle is done. I just found the cord right here in the tree, actually. Up here I found the cord for the top, so once I put the top on, that'll be easy to do. So let's get the top on there. Little mini top. Look at that. And here's the cord, easy. Right there, we'll plug this into this sucker. We have a wired tree, per se. Normally I play Christmas music while I'm doing this, but I'm afraid for copyright purposes. So maybe I'll play one of my royalty-free Christmas songs over this, or maybe it'll just be silent. I haven't decided yet. I might edit this video and add effects, Or I might not. I might actually add the effects because I might think it might be neat. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so this side is squished for some reason. Looks like this was laying against the back of the box and the back of the tree here, and I squished it all. Oh, I guess that's just going to be the side I put against my wall then. The top's a little bit more annoying because unlike the rest of the tree, it doesn't have those fold-out arms. These are all just like wires. So if they get squished in the box, you have to manually mold them to look realistic, or at least to spread out enough that you can hang ornaments on them. Yeah, see, this whole area here is squished. There's plenty of branches, they're all just squished together. You also, again, be careful of the wires if you do something like this, because you break a wire, you're screwed. You'll have a whole part of your tree with no lights, and that's the last thing you want. So, well, that's the tree. I just need to basically sit here and spread out the branches to basically fill out the tree. And I also need to move it over to the wall here against the air conditioner, where it'll be its home for about a month. Usually I take it down the week after Christmas, the first week of the year usually, but we'll see what I do this year. Last year I got lazy. I didn't take it down till like the end of January. So we'll see what happens. I gotta move this sucker. It stinks because I have nowhere to put it. I'll move this guy over and then see. First of all, if the wire itself will reach to my power surge protector right over there for my TV, which I don't think it's going to because it's a very short wire. And then I have to see which side I want facing the living room. Let me see if I can move this guy without it coming apart. Well, that's not that bad. It doesn't weigh anything either. It's pretty light. Alright, that's about the limit right there before it starts hitting my air conditioner. So now, I know that power cord is not going to reach that surge protector. There's no way. Here it is. Oh, maybe it will. On second glance, it's actually longer than it looks. Throw that over there. Wow. It worked. It reached, and all the lights work. So, step one is complete. Move it over a little closer so it doesn't block the back door. But, yeah, step one is complete. Step one is basically assemble the tree and get the lights working. Shit. Went to move it and the thing popped out. And, for the most part, that is complete now. Next, I have to stand here for like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes probably, and spread out the branches so that it fills in the tree. And once the tree looks filled in, then you start with, number one, you start with your garland or your icicles per se, or you can do either. I've seen people who start with ornaments first, but I like to do the garland because the garlands can be tricky getting it between the branches, and if you already put all the ornaments on the tree, you might have already filled up the whole tree. So I like doing the garland first, then the ornaments, and then the additives. So like if you wanted to put extra things, tinsel, you know, which I think is what they call those icicles, it's tinsel or whatever, you do that last. So anyway, step one complete, and I'm going to basically fill out this tree. Hey, this is going to work nicely because there's going to be downtime. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this video on my computer, start editing it with some effects and music, and I'll come back, afterwards, and we'll do the next step after I've filled out this tree, which is what I'll do while I edit. So that'll work out nicely. All right, so step one complete. We've assembled the tree. Next, when we come back, I'll be putting the garland on. All right, so as you can see, what I've done is I went in there and I pulled all the branches and arrange them in a way that it looks like the tree is a lot more full now. And honestly, once everything's on there, it's going to look really full. I remember from last year, I was surprised how full the tree looked. So step 2 is garland, and garland can be a pain in the ass, especially if you don't have enough, because I don't. I have enough of one. I think I have 2 different brands of garland. There's this blue here, and then I'm trying to see if you can see. Oh, there you go. You can see that. Oh, what the hell? Probably helped if that wasn't blocking the camera angle. Oh, you got this lighter garland, and then I think I have a darker blue in here. Actually, it's the other way around. This is the lighter, this is the darker. And I remember last year I started, and I used this like halfway down the tree, and then I had to go to this one. You could tell it was different. So I probably should, next year, in anticipation of all this, go buy new garland. But like I said, this year I was so busy. I was so kind of just blindsided by stuff going on. I really wasn't prepared. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this garland. This blue garland. And I'm going to attempt to put this on the tree starting at the top. By the way, a lot of people ask me about this shirt I'm wearing. It's, Polo Ralph Lauren. I got it at Macy's, I want to say. Macy's has, I think this is in the sleepwear section, to be honest. It's actually a nice light sweater that I wear around during the colder months. So yeah, if you're interested in looking at it, I would go to a Macy's and see if they still have it. Now, some people, if this is a tree that was like in the center of a room, you'd have to actually wrap the garland all the way around the tree. However, since this is not, since the back's going to be facing the air conditioner, no one's really going to see it, you don't have to go all the way around. What you can do is actually go across, and then once you reach the back, you loop it around and come back. I'll show you what I mean. It's a little technique that some people use, especially when, like I said, if you don't need to have it perfectly covering the entire tree, because you have an area that's against a wall, like I have. Go ahead and get this going. See, so I'll loop it here, down the back of the tree. Probably around that branch there. You want to try to maybe keep it even with your branches. Make sure to leave enough space. And hold on, can you even see what I'm doing? I think I have the camera aimed down like an idiot. Oh, there you go. You want to have enough space so that you can fit ornaments and things here. You also want to have some of your branches sticking out the edges like that so you can hang ornaments on them. So this is my first piece. And it actually is perfectly long enough to end in the back, which is good. That's perfect. Have it go on that branch right there, like that. Alright, and it can end right there, loop around, like so. And now I'll grab the next piece. I think at one time this all was one strand of garland, and the thing over time actually fell apart. I think that's what happened. But honestly, I don't remember. For a couple of years, when I actually lived with my parents about 2 years ago now, we couldn't have a Christmas tree because they had 2 cats that they got. And the cats, we did try it one year, the cats would not get out of the tree. They were in that tree probably for the whole month of December. And it was just a pain in the ass. They kept knocking stuff off the tree. We tried getting unbreakable ornaments. It didn't matter. They would still knock them off the tree and play with them like they were toys. It was just a big hassle. So for a year or two, we didn't even have a Christmas tree. And that was a bummer. I couldn't have it in my room because, God forbid, the cat sneaks in my room, which it had a way of getting in, even though I don't know how. I would go in there in the room and I'd hear meow, and what the hell is that? And then I look, and the cat's like under my dresser or something, causing trouble, or under the bed, kicking stuff around. I'm like, ugh. And it's not a big deal. It's not like I don't like animals, but it was dangerous. Like right now, all these wires that I have over here in my entertainment center, if a cat lived here, the cat could jump in there and get electrocuted. And that's what kept happening. Whenever the cat would run in my room, it would go behind my TV for all my electronic stuff, and it would start, playing with the wires, and it was a big risk, and I was like, alright, something's got to give here. And then eventually I got my own place about 1.5 years ago now. And this kind of sucks because this garland ran out right here. There's really nothing I can do about it. What I'm going to have to do is kind of wrap it around something, or at least stick it. There you go. I'll stick it in the back like that, and I'll get a new piece and I'll continue from there. But it kind of sucks because it's going to stick out that it's a different type of garland I'm using. Looks like this garland's a lot longer, but that garland looks better. So I'm glad I started with that. This garland looks all raggedy. Ugh. This one's been through the ringer. It looks like it's been beat up. Oh man, I definitely got to get new garland next year. Alright, so let's see. Where does it start? Where's the end? Where the hell is it? I don't see it. I don't see the end of this stupid thing. I'm going to have to unravel the whole thing looking for the end. This sucks. Oh, here it is. I found it. It was tied up. Alright, so we got to start from this end. Let me see, if this whole thing is one piece, then... Yeah, it is. It's all one piece. Shoot. I'm going to have to use it all, which means I'm going to have to go crazy with the garland on the bottom of the tree. Unless I cut it. I guess I could cut it, because like I said, next year I'm probably going to need a new garland. This is all worn out. Alright, so let's figure this out. Continue from here. Oh, let me actually aim the camera down. That's what I'm working with there at the bottom of the tree. Yeah, and it sucks. Like this condo, even though it's a nice place, they don't allow any pets besides cats. I guess they had an issue where years ago someone had, probably, I'm going to guess it was mice or rodents or, you know, some kind of a rodent type of a pet, and it must have got loose and probably lived in a wall for a while and then started reproducing. And I would assume that's probably what happened. They had a lot of problems with that kind of pet, and therefore they said, well, the only pet that wouldn't... Dogs, obviously, this condo is small. You know, for me it's perfect. For me, I'm alone, but if I had a dog or whatever, it would be too small. For even a little dog, I think, would want more room than here. So I think that's a good call that they don't let dogs live here. But... I guess they figure cats, that way if anyone does ever eventually get a rodent, the cats will eat all the mice. Alright, so going around the bottom here, finishing up. That's the other side. I really shouldn't be bending over like that either. I should be bending with my knees, but there's no room. Here we go. Yeah, what a shame that I didn't have enough garland of the first type to do the whole tree, because that garland looks good compared to this one. Alright, so it's roughly covering the whole tree. I think I'm actually going to snip this. Like I said, next year I'll buy a new garland. Let me get my scissors. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you did anal with the neighbors. How dare you? The garland is snipped. I'm just going to finish it up back here. Alright, so the tree is sufficiently covered in garland. Now, hold on. Let's see what it looks like. That looks like shit at the bottom there. Looks awful. How about that? That looks a little better. Alright, so there's the tree. We've got the garland. When I come back, we'll start taking out the ornaments. We'll take a look at them. We'll figure out what I'm putting on here, what I'm not putting on here. And then I'll probably start doing it. The star, this is a crucial mistake I made last year. Don't put the star on first, because that thing keeps moving and falling off. So the star should be the last thing you do. But yeah, so when I come back, we will look at ornaments and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's see what, excuse me, what ornaments we have here. We've got the ones that I already showed you, the ones that I just bought. A vast array of ornaments, actually. We've got the small, these are the unbreakable ornaments I was telling you about that we got when the cats were in the house. So I've got 2 boxes of those. I don't know if I'm going to put all those on the tree. I've got these light ornaments. We've got balls! We've got balls! We'll probably put all the balls on the tree. Get those ready. And the character ornaments, if you remember that we've got Snoopy. We've got the Grinch. We've got Spider-Man. He's the fucking Spider-Man. Oh yeah. We've got Larry, Curly, and Moe. Some of my favorites. And we got some that are wrapped up too. This is Lucy from Charlie Brown. This is Charlie Brown from Charlie Brown. And then we've got the picture of my rabbit, who was my first pet when I was a child. Lived pretty long. And this is how I remember him every year. I put him on my tree. So let's see. Oh wait, there's more. I think this is another Snoopy. I think I have 2 Snoopies. Yep, it's another Snoopy. So the Snoopy twins. They've created a dimensional vortex because 2 Snoopies can't exist in the same universe. So I guess for the most part, it's going to be a lot of balls. It's going to be a lot of balls. What should I start with? I guess what I should start with is some of these glass balls and separate them out amongst the tree evenly, so that way there's no 2 colors that are too close to each other. I do apologize, I tried to put music in these videos, and about an hour ago I uploaded part 1, and it was just generic Christmas music that I found on the internet, and YouTube muted the video and said, "Oh, that's Time Warner music, you fucker. How dare you put Warner Group music on a video?" So suck my dick, YouTube. There will be no music, thanks to you. Bah humbug, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and start taking a look here at where these balls should go. I've got 6, and I'm trying to see, area-wise we've got 1, 2, 3, there's really 4 general areas between the garland strands. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you figure I should at least have 1 of this color in each section, and then 2 of them should get the extras. So I don't know, I guess I'll put 1 over here. I'm also wondering, since I have so many ornaments, if maybe I should actually like cover the back of the tree with some ornaments. But that might take me all day. It's 8:30 at night already. I started this at like 5, but because of all the YouTube issues I was farting around with, editing the videos and everything, it's taking me forever to actually start decorating the tree again. Oh, these things are stuck in there tight. Ugh, the ball wouldn't come out. Let's put 1 over here. Near the back, we'll put that one. Maybe we'll do 1 over here. Like this. And I've got the 2 extras, like I said, because I have 6. So some of these areas can double up. Like I could do 1 here. Like that. If you have a tree like this that has the lights already on it, be careful when you hook your ornaments on there that you don't jab one of the electric wires. Could be bad. Could have a little bit of Christmas problems if you do that. And we don't want that, do we? Alright. And maybe 1, I don't know, 1 right here. Nope, that's right next to the other one. Oops. How about 1 down here? Balls! We've got balls! That was the one and only funny line from the movie Space Jam. said by Sylvester the Cat, and all the cartoon characters are in the gym, and they're talking about how the aliens are going to beat them at this basketball game because they've got big muscles, and they've got all this stuff. And then someone says, well, what do we got? And Sylvester grabs the door to a locker, and he opens the locker, and he says, we've got balls! And then all these, obviously, sports balls come out, but it's a pun on, you know, they've got testicles, they've got guts, they're going to take these guys on, even though they're the underdogs. But it was so funny. The rest of the movie was so fucking bad, and there was that one line that was funny. I was like, wow. I really spent, I mean, back then the tickets weren't that expensive. Back then the ticket was probably like $6, $7. So like, I really spent $7 for one joke. I'm an idiot. Yep, I don't know what happened to the Looney Tunes. At one point they were hilarious. And then some of the classic, you know, people who used to work on those cartoons started passing away. And then all the funny just left, and that top of my ornament just went flying off. Holy crap. But the top just popped right off. And that is scary because this one's been broken before. Which is probably why that happened. There we go. Back on there. Oh, almost had a catastrophe. Glass shards flying. Let's put one over here. I know this is very riveting for everyone. Shit. So yeah, earlier today I was looking on the internet, and if you know, I've talked about this a couple times that I possibly was thinking about attending the video game convention MagFest in Virginia, and that actually takes place, I believe, January 16th through the 20th or something like that of 2011. And I was looking at it to see, you know, what the deal was. Apparently the thing's gotten so popular since I went in 2007 that the hotel it's in has completely sold out. And not only that, there's a standby hotel that's like the flood over hotel. If they were counting on the main hotel to fill up, that people will go to that one. I think that one's almost sold out too. So now I'm kind of wondering how I'm ever going to possibly go to MagFest if there's nowhere to stay in the area. So that might be a bust, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. That might have been pretty funny to go and run into a couple people and be like, hey, yeah, what's up, man? I used to watch your videos all the time on the internet. Now I'm more popular than you. How surreal is that? You know, it's hard for me to believe, you know. Some days I wake up and I'm like, wow, I really am possibly going to be able to make a living, at least for a short while, making videos on YouTube. That is pretty crazy. Not many people can say that. In fact, most people who found success on the internet didn't use YouTube. A lot of the people, like the Angry Video Game Nerd, Spoonie, all the people on that guy with the glasses.com and Channel Awesome, all those people actually did start out on YouTube. In fact, funny story about the Nostalgia Critic. I don't know how many of you watched the Nostalgia Critic and his stuff, but the Nostalgia Critic started out on YouTube, and he put out, I believe, some of his episodes, his first episodes, were all based off YouTube. So they had like it was cut, you know, the length of the video was cut so that it would be 10 minutes, because back then, you know, you could only put 10-minute videos on YouTube. And yeah, YouTube shut him down. Because, now think about this, the Nostalgia Critic, if you've never seen his videos, what he does is he takes old movies, old cartoons, and he makes funny commentaries and rates them, basically. And basically tears them apart, especially if they're really shitty. And, like, one of his best ones was the movie Batman and Robin. He reviewed and really tore into that one, and it's still one of my favorite videos to watch. It's so freaking funny. But anyway, he puts it on YouTube. I don't know if it was that particular one. And YouTube says, oh, you can't have this on here because we found, you know, copyright strike video clips of the movie. And he said, now, wait a minute. It's true that you cannot have a movie on YouTube, But you can have clips. It's completely legal to use movie clips if it's for review or parody purposes, and that's exactly what he does. He's reviewing them and he's creating parody sketches of them. And YouTube didn't give a shit, apparently. And he said, screw this. He said, why am I going to use this website that's not going to fight for the user? It's basically U.S. law says I could do this, you know, and YouTube doesn't want to fight for you. So he left. He went to Blip TV. And on Blip TV, they don't bother you about that stuff. Problem with Blip TV, there's a couple problems with Blip TV. First problem is, it's extremely hard to even tell how popular anything on Blip TV is, because except for the person who created the content, the videos don't even have a view count. So I actually was interested earlier this year, if you remember correctly, if you've been following me for that long, I don't know if, you know, if you're watching how long you've been a viewer, but early this year, in January, Dante's Inferno came out, and I wanted to play it. It looked like a God of War clone, sure, but it looked interesting. It had a lot of original premises, like going to hell and different stages of hell and things like that. So I started playing it on YouTube and immediately got flagged for nudity because there was some minor nudity in the beginning of the game. And so I said, well, screw this. The whole game, I mean, there's so much. If you go to hell, there's all these naked monsters and stuff. And I was like, well, I'm not going to edit every video to get it on YouTube. So I started looking around for other places to do videos. And the first place I went was Blip TV because I knew that the guys at Channel Awesome and that guy with the glasses, they all used Blip TV. And I said, well, if they all use it, it must be great. Well, guess what? Blip TV is absolutely great if you put up, I'd say, probably the style of video that I put up on the King of Hate HD, like this one. One video, it's like a blog. It's, you know, it's one person talking about something, or like my DSP Tries It series would probably work out really well on Blip TV, that kind of stuff. But for video game series, like if I'm uploading 10, 15 parts, it's horrendous. There's actually no working multi-video uploader, meaning in order for it to work, I would have to sit there, literally sit there, and manually upload every single video. So if I made 20 parts to a game playthrough today, I would have to sit at my computer, sit there and babysit every video to make sure that it uploads properly. And then in addition to that, when I was doing it, I was having problems. I would upload a video, and the whole video would upload, and then it would say, oh, conversion error. And then you'd be fucked. You're like, well, I just sat here, you know, babysitting this video for so long, and now you're telling me it doesn't work? And there would be no real explanation why it just wouldn't work. And so I got pissed off, and I went back to YouTube. I actually did try some other websites as well. They all have the same problems. Either they don't want to work with the file format of my camera. Now, keep in mind, I've gotten a new camera since then, so maybe that's changed. But they didn't want to work with the file format of my camera, so they all had conversion issues, and their multi-video uploaders were horrible. I do have to say, with all of its problems, YouTube is still the best website out there for people who want to upload the amount of videos that I do. It's, for the most part, user-friendly. Sure, it does crash, but the problems aren't, you know, most of the problems are real annoying bugs that can haunt you for months, but they don't cripple you. Like, if I were to do videos on Blip TV as a business, and my videos were constantly crashing, erroring out, saying processing error, that would cripple me. That would be like, you know, as a business, I need to get 3, 4, 5 videos up today, and I can only get 2. That could completely fuck me over. So, unfortunately, for those guys, you know, they make, what, 2, 3 videos a week? You know, think about it. That guy with the glasses, he has a couple series. He's Nostalgia Critic. He's got a couple sketches that are like recurring sketches, but at the most, he puts up maybe like 2, 3 videos a week. So, okay, if I were only going to put up 2, 3 videos a week and rely on that, then that would be fine. I'd be able to use Blip TV, because if they error out, who cares? Just re-upload it, right? And keep doing it until it works. Eventually it'll work. But for me, for what I do, for the amount of videos that I put out there, it would not work. So I tried everything, by the way. I know everyone earlier this year, everyone, you know, wanted to help me, started recommending different things. They were like, use Daily Motion, use there's 1 or 2 game walkthrough websites like gameplaythroughs.com. Use this, use that. And I tried every single one and none of them worked properly. They're all upstart companies, meaning they don't have the financial backing that YouTube has. So yeah, they kind of work, but they have issues, and since they don't have the money, they don't usually get the issues resolved. Like, there was one website, I was putting up the Dante's Inferno playthrough on it. Where the hell did I put those ornaments up? And I put up something like 7, 8 parts of it, and for the 2 days that I was doing it, they were the most popular videos on that website. I think it was WeGame.com. I think that was it. And the guys who actually own the company contacted me and said, wow, it's great that you're putting your videos on our site. We're getting a lot of traffic. I said, yeah, but I'm having all these problems. I'm uploading my videos, and sometimes it's saying there's conversion issues. And they were like, oh, well, we're not sure what that is. Send us your videos. So I sent them a video, and it screwed up for them too, and they couldn't figure it out. I said, well, I'm sorry, but you know, if we can't get this going. And then I said, the other thing is you guys don't have a multi-video uploader. Like, I have to upload these one by one, and that's insane. You know, to play the whole game of Dante's Inferno, and keep in mind back then the videos were only 10 minutes long, it probably would have been like, you know, 60, 70 parts long. So I'm not going to sit here and manually upload 60 to 70 parts. I have, you know, I had a job, I had things that were going on outside of video games back then. So that's insane. I can't do it. I can't babysit the videos. And they looked into it and they couldn't do anything about it. And oh well. So I stopped using it. So anyway, yeah. I have no idea how the hell I started talking about any of that stuff. But I thought at least it would be something interesting to talk about while I get these balls on here. And it just so happens I'm on the second to last one here. Stick that guy here. Now the last one. And I think this one should probably go on this side somewhere. We'll put it right here. Alright. So that's it. I did all the glass balls. Now I'll move on to a different kind of ornament, but alright, when I come back, we're going to do some different ornaments to try to flare up the tree. Right now, it's just looking like glass balls, and it's looking a little bit boring, so hopefully we can spruce it up a little bit. Alright, so now I think what I'll do is I'll put on some of the special ornaments, the character ornaments. But first, let's actually put on our new ones. So let me get I need a knife to open this, actually. So kind of an oddly shaped box. It's funny we just had that whole conversation about YouTube problems, because as soon as I stopped filming that part, I went to my computer and part 1 was uploading, and part 1 is stuck in processing, so I started re-uploading it. The second part 1 is probably going to be completed before the first one, because YouTube processing has so many bugs. But anyway, alright, that's pretty cool. Look, it opens up like that, a front loader. So, let's see, we got orange. Being careful to get these out without destroying them. These are really neat. I like that, how the styrofoam moves inside of them like that. That's really cool, man. Huh. Alright, let me get my hooks. The hooks are over here. Ah, they're all stuck together. Great. Okay. Alright, so with the orange guy, put him here. What do you think? Does he fill a good spot there? A big snowman orange face. Alright, we've got green. Shit. Ah! I got caught on the bag and almost yanked the whole bag of cooks onto the floor. Alright. Maybe green we'll put over here on the side somewhere. Like right here. They don't all have to be out front. I want it to fit, you know, evenly cover the tree here. Got a red. My mom actually told me she bought me an ornament too for the tree. So if I see my parents this weekend, maybe on Sunday, I'll pick that one up and I'll add that to the tree. Red, red, red. Let's do a red up here, like right here, facing the front of the condo. All right, there's the red, and now we've got blue. Still stuck in processing. Oh my God. Now they're both stuck in processing. Wow, that's a new one. Having two copies of the same video, both uploaded and both saying they're stuck in processing at the same time. Now they can battle it out and see which one actually processes first. Anyway, blue, I guess I'll put blue over here. Maybe up here. Alright, now we'll do the character ornaments. And we've got the same ones that I did last year, but I've got some new additions that I'd like to show you. So let's do let's do the old ones first. The classics. So first, we've got the Grinch. Holiday classic. You can't have the holidays without watching the Grinch at least once. It's a tradition. Let's put him right up here, a nice prominent position. This is the post heart growing 3 sizes that day Grinch. He's happy and he's holding his dog happily. He's not the Grinchy Grinch. Alright, we've got Spider-Man. He's the fucking Spider-Man, oh yeah. Spider-Man was happy to make a return to my YouTube channels this year with his Shattered Dimensions game. After Web of Shadows, he took a year hiatus. And now, incidentally, I hear that Spider-Man's going to have a new outfit in December. Because, you know, he hasn't had enough new outfits in the past. And, you know, because they don't always go back to the classic outfit because they fail. Okay, Spider-Man. Spider-Man just doesn't understand that the original, the classic, is always the best. Oop. Spider-Man, you gotta face the right way. Spider-Man, what are you doing, man? He's gonna do a backflip. Here, if I do it like this, maybe. Yeah, that works out. If I... Shit, the hook came off. If I do it like that, I can make it look like he's swinging. If I hook it like... No! Oh! Spider-Man, no! Spider-Man, you are a tricky bastard. Oh my God. Well, there... It's tumbling Spider-Man. He fails at fucking climbing. He fucking falls off the tree. What the hell, man? Spider-Man. You should be ashamed of yourself. What are you doing? Here. Much better. You know what? Screw that stupid thing. It's just for show, I think. It's not actually supposed to hang him. It's just for show. So there we go. Spider-Man. Swinging across the tree. Alright, who else do we got down here? We've got the Three Stooges. Larry, Curly, and Moe. And I don't know if you've heard this, they're actually making a Three Stooges movie. Who obviously won't have the Three Stooges in it because they're dead. But Paul Giamatti was approached to be Larry. And he actually told the people making the movie, "You're out of your mind. No one could ever play the Three Stooges." Like, he would never even presume himself to try to try to act like one of the Three Stooges because they're such comedy legends. He's like, "You're out of your mind. You're making this movie, like, it better be like perfect because if you make them look bad or it's not funny or it's stupid, you know, it better be a worthy homage to them." But he actually turned down the role. He said, I appreciate the offer, but no. I don't think that anyone could ever play the Three Stooges. besides them, they're comedy legends, and that's that pretty much. So we will not be seeing Paul Giamatti in the Three Stooges movie whenever it comes out. The Three Stooges, there they are. Pretty cool. Alright, what else do we got? We got Snoopy. We'll grab him next, and I think we've got some Peanuts characters. Can you actually see? Let's zoom in here on the Three Stooges and Spider-Man, who I just added. There, I can't believe this shit. Both videos are stuck in processing. Unreal. Well, might as well start uploading part 2. Watch part 2 clear before part 1. I don't know, some days YouTube is just a bitch. It just does not want to work. Some days I'll upload 40 videos, I'll have no problems, speed right through it. Then you get a day like last week. I remember there was a day I just couldn't upload. Every time I tried, it gave me a connection error. And I said, it's not my internet, because I was on the internet. Everything was working fine. I'm like, what the hell do you mean connection error? And what it really was YouTube servers were probably down. But they didn't want to say that, so instead they make it seem like it's a connection error on your end. Okay, so we've got Charlie Brown, and he's a pretty prominent character, so we'll put him near the front of the tree around here. And he's facing the wrong way. There we go. Oh, come on, Charlie Brown. You don't want to hide. There you go. No hiding in this tree. How dare you? Alright, we've got Lucy. That bitch who fucking always pulls the football away when Charlie Brown's trying to kick it. Makes him fucking land on his back, and he's so stupid he still believes every time that he believes in the goodness of the human heart. He believes that people can change and live and work together, and that one day he can actually trust Lucy and that she will hold that football, and it never happened. She never held the football for him. It didn't matter what was going on in the world, she just didn't give a shit. Put Lucy there, I guess. Cool. We've got a Snoopy and a Snoopy. We've got two Snoopies. So, I don't know if I should put them near each other or far away. Probably put them near the top of the tree. I think traditionally I do put these on top of the tree, the dueling Snoopies. So we'll do one Snoopy here. Carrying a Christmas tree with Woodstock on the tree. And the other one is the Joe Cool Snoopy. That's right, his alter ego. His alter ego of Joe Cool with his sunglasses. And that one, he's actually not carrying a tree, he's dressed like Santa to deliver presents. Guess that one should go over here. Shit. And it falls off. Now might be a good time to mention that you should get your pet spayed or neutered. Yes. It's the Joe Cool thumbs up from Snoopy for spayed or neutering your pets. Excellent. Alright. Now, we got one more character ornament, and then I want to show you some of the special stuff I'm going to put on the tree this year that I've never put on before, because I had an idea, a stroke of genius, if you will. So, but last but not least, we've got my bunny, and he shall go somewhere prominent. Let's put him maybe like right here. Let's too cluttered. How about right here? That's good. Facing the room. Okay. Now, here are my ideas. I'm going to do a couple video game related things this year. So first of all, we've got the origami from the Origami Killer in Heavy Rain. We could toss him on here somewhere, right? He'll look pretty cool just sitting around. We can get 2 branches to support it. It is just a piece of paper after all. There you go. There's the origami right out front. Up next, we've got an Eve hypo syringe from BioShock that actually lights up, so if I remember to do it every day, I could turn it on when I turn my tree on. It'll actually be a light up ornament. So let me see where I can put that. I might be able to put that right next to it actually. Like right here. This one's a little bit on the heavier side, so I need a couple branches to support it like that. Look at that. A glowing Eve hypo syringe on your tree. Don't you wish you had that on your tree? A glowing Eve hypo syringe? Alright, up next we've got Dante from Dante's Inferno, the playthrough that never got uploaded anywhere because YouTube blocked it, wouldn't let me do it because of nudity, and I couldn't find another website to actually do it on, but I actually got the action figure for free when I picked up the game. So where can we put Dante? We got to put him on somewhere where there's a lot of branches, maybe down low, like here. Maybe give him this whole entire area here to stand on like that. Look at that. Or maybe wrap his cloths. Huh, this cloth has a freaking, there's a cross on the end of one of his cloths. That's cool, I didn't even know that. This one has it too, that's sweet. So maybe, there we go, get that out of the way. So he'll be standing in the tree, and he'll have a branch shooting out of his crotch like a dick. Because it's the only way I can get it to support him. Look at that. He actually has a branch shooting out of his crotch like a dick. So Dante is very well endowed. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Lucy to right here. That'll give Dante more of a prominent pose there on the tree. And then last but not least, we've got, oh man, just hope that doesn't catch on fire because of that light. Here, I'll move it out of the way. Last but not least, we've got, from the game that I thought was promising and ended up being complete and utter crap, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Epic Mickey. So, let's find a spot on the tree for this asshole. Maybe right here. Damn, if there's one more branch there to support him, it would be perfect. There is one more branch, just gotta grab it. He's gonna fall. There we go. I had to get 3 branches, but 3 was a perfect number. 3 branches are holding Epic Mickey on the tree. So, pretty cool. Those are my video game related ornaments. Now the only thing that's left are like the odds and ends, like those colored balls and those lights. I'll put the lights on, the light ornaments I mean, not the more lights, but there's ornaments down there shaped like light bulbs. I'll probably put those on. I'll see what the tree looks like with those. If it looks full enough, then I'll call it a day. But if it really still looks empty, I may have to use those shatterproof ones, but I really don't want to do it because they're all glitter ornaments, and last year I did it and made a mess. So I'm hoping maybe this year it'll be good enough if I just put some lights to fill in the areas. So, alright, I am going to apply the light ornaments, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look, and we'll probably finish it off with a star. So, alright, so I made 2 small additions since we last left. First, that's right, banana condom time, only this time it's on the tree. So there is actually a use for that Donkey Kong Country pouch besides sexual protection from STDs. And also I've added, that's right, from way back when I bought Street Fighter 4, the Street Fighter 4 headband, which I still have. Stupid piece of crap. But anyway, well, now I'm going to attempt to put the star on the tree, and this could be hilarious because this is such a pain in the ass to get this thing to balance properly. And it took me a shitload of time last year to do it. This could be a 20-minute ordeal, or it could be a 5-second thing if I get super lucky. So let's see here. First of all, making sure it's perfectly straight. Oh God. See, the problem is, sure, it goes in like that, but then it doesn't want to stand up. See? It's all lopsided. It's not, this tree doesn't have a firm top. Oh, good. There go 2 ornaments. This tree doesn't have a firm top like some other trees I've had in the past. So it's really a pain in the ass to get this thing to balance properly. Urgh. Come on, you fuck. I might even use some of these to try to wrap branches around it. I think that's what I did last year, actually. I ended up having to take these small branches and wrap them around it to try to support it. Like that. Alright, it actually almost stands up now. Of course, it looks very crooked. Let me plug it in first, which could also be an ordeal because I now have to get inside the Christmas tree to plug this in. Should have thought that out a little bit better. But alas, my name is Phil, and I did not. I am stupid. I may be a funny guy, but I'm pretty stupid. Alright. We have lights. Now, what I need to do is get this controller box out of danger's way and leave it in the back of the tree. And this star, if you saw my videos last year, has several different modes of lighting. Oh shit, I thought that was going to support it. That does, okay. Has several different modes of lighting. Oh, there it goes. Alright, hold on. Lopsided. I have one dead light, which sucks. One dead blue light. And I'm not sure what kind of bulbs this uses. This is a very old star. I got this star when I was probably in high school, I believe. And, oh, hold on a second. Oh, well, you know what? Let me replace the 2 ornaments that fell, then we'll turn the lights off and we'll see what this looks like. Ugh. In the dark, but I got this star in high school, and it was very expensive at the time, and I loved it because it has so many different modes that I can turn it on, but the problem is the bulbs definitely, see how many different levels of lighting they have? They have to be special bulbs, and I'm sure you can't just buy them anywhere. And I have no clue at this point, this thing is so old, I have no clue what they're called. Like, I wouldn't know what to ask for if I went to a store. Yeah, I got this star from a company that probably doesn't exist anymore. I need replacement bulbs, they're going to say. Well, just buy whatever and see if it works. And I'm afraid that, like, if I replace this bulb, if it's the wrong kind, it might not do the strobe properly anymore. So anyway, hold on. Let's get some dramatic lighting here. Let's get all the lights off. Hold on. Everything's coming off. I don't mean my clothes, I mean the lights. Alright, and one more to go. The only light in the condo will be the Christmas tree. Look at that. So let's zoom out. That is the tree, and as you can see, the brightest thing on the tree is the E5 syringe. That's pretty funny. But there's your star. Now let's do the different modes of the star here in the dark. As you can see, it's doing a different thing right now. Alright, so I think this is demo mode where it goes through everything. So here's the first mode. I think it starts off slow, and then it might get faster. Yep, faster. Even faster. For those of you who don't know, the star on the top of a Christmas tree is representative of the Star of David, which in the Bible led the 3 wise men through the desert on their travel to Bethlehem to see the newborn child Jesus. They followed the Star of David as a guideline of how to get to Bethlehem. Supposedly the star was directly over Jesus that night. I don't know how that works. But anyway, as you can see, and then it goes backwards, so that's mode. Now here's mode number 2. It basically is just a solid blinking. Mode number 3, the thing goes apeshit, as you can see. And then it blinks a little bit. And then it goes through a couple different modes with this one. This one, it's like, I think it does like a gradual brightness, and sometimes it just goes wacky, and then sometimes it's completely on and off. So that's like a variety mode. And then you got this one. This was always my favorite one. It's almost like a gradient, you know, like it's slowly pulsates light. That was always my favorite one out of all of them. It reminds me the most of like a real star, you know, a pulsating light out in the sky. So that is my Christmas tree for 2010. Sorry that we couldn't have any music. That would have been nice, but fucking YouTube. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm pleased that I was able to add video game elements to it this year. It kind of gives some use to some of the stuff that comes with the games, like that banana pouch, this Eve hypo syringe, which I didn't get that with BioShock, by the way. I actually bought that. It was pretty cool. It's a little neat replica. The Street Fighter headband, the Epic Mickey statue, the Dante's Inferno action figure, which I got. I had no idea I was going to get it when I got the game. That was pretty funny. It's cool to be able to integrate that stuff. Oh, and the origami, of course, from Heavy Rain. To integrate that stuff into a tree like this. Hell, over the years, if I do this, you know, for several years, and this remains my full-time focus, I might end up eventually with a Christmas tree with all video game related stuff, because I'll have so much of it. In fact, there is other stuff I could have put on this tree. Like, I actually have Street Fighter 2 commemorative keychains, which they actually put out, if you can believe it, when Street Fighter 2 was in arcades. I went to this arcade, and they had them as like ticket prizes, and I collected all of them, so I have all 8 of the original World Warriors. But I could have put those on the tree too, but I said, you know what, I've got enough for this year. It's heavily, you know, it's heavily loaded. Let's see what happens. And remember, there will be one more edition when my mom finally comes over, maybe this weekend, and she says she bought me an ornament to add to this, so we'll see what happens. But all right, for 2010, the official Christmas tree lighting at DSP's place is officially completed. I think it is a massive success. This thing looks great. And the one bummer now is that since I've made this a video series and I've been doing this for the past 4 or 5 hours, basically, I can't vacuum because it's like 10:30 at night, and if I vacuum, I might annoy the neighbors. So I guess I'll be having fake pine needles all over my floor until tomorrow morning when I get a chance to vacuum. So, but anyway, that is it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you and your family also set up a Christmas tree. I think it is an amazing tradition. I think it's fun as hell. I've done it ever since I was a little kid, and I plan to do it in the future. And I think it's a great family tradition. I used to always do it with my parents, you know, when I lived with them. And, you know, one day, hopefully, I'll do it with my family and my children, you know, if I ever have any or anything like that. I mean, it's really cool. It's fun to do. Like I said, traditionally, people put up their tree. There's 2 different traditions going on, okay? And I talked about this a little last year, but it's worth talking about again. 2 different schools of thought. The old school of thought, meaning old Americana, you know, 1960s, 50s. People used to put up their Christmas trees the night before Christmas, meaning like Christmas Eve, you would go out, get a tree, rush to put it up, get it all decorated with your family. That would be your whole Christmas Eve day, would be doing that. Now, today, traditionally, it's a little different, because I think what more people do is on Christmas Eve and Christmas, a lot of people are traveling now to see their families and things like that, and therefore, a lot of people don't have a chance to, you know, put up a tree on Christmas Day. So what people do is they put it up the weekend after Thanksgiving, which I would have done, but I didn't get to do this year. And then they keep it up all through Christmas, and then like that first week, once it hits New Year's, they take it down after that. Now, traditionally, you used to put it up Christmas Eve. You'd actually have it up, I believe, it all depended on your heritage. My mom actually told me that her mother was part Russian, and they used to keep the tree up all through Russian Christmas, which I believe is like the second week of January. So they used to keep the tree up a significantly longer amount of time than I usually do. But it all depends on your family traditions and things like that. But it is a great, at least it's a great American tradition. I know that all my friends, you know, usually have trees and they love doing it, and it's it's a cool thing to do. So that's it. This is Dark Side Phil signing off with the 2010 tree lighting, and I will see you guys later. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.